Wonderful timing. Namaste, my witchlings. My glasses are filthy. This is what happens when I sit here and stares at the computer for 10 hours. But hey, at least I've been productive. I haven't just been staring at the computer for staring at the computer's sake. How's everybody doing? Hey, Joram. Good to see you. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Well, tonight here, I'm doing okay. Realizing that, as bad as it feels, things aren't as bad as I thought. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get closer to the mic. Pull a start it down. Don't. All right. I actually took the time and used the spoons to Dutch braid my hair last night. I'm feeling better. Then I woke up at like 5:30 this morning. And it wasn't my arm or my shoulder that woke me up. It wasn't pain. No, it was my bladder. Get up and crawl out of bed and realize I left the box for the TENS unit on the bed, and I'm like, yeah, I wonder how long that's been unplugged. With the monkeys? My tooth is doing okay, as you can see. It doesn't look as bad as I was afraid it did. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, we're just not gonna zoom in on it. And it turns out that it falling apart was a blessing. I had a root canal done on that tooth 10 years ago or so, or more. Actually, I think it was more. I think this is the one that I had the root canal done on about 12 years ago, 12 to 14 years ago. And the root canal is failing, and there is an infection turning into an abscess at the root of it. So I would not have known that had this not happened and I had x-rays done. So I'm pretty happy. Unfortunately, it's going to be an expensive fix. Yes, my dentist is costly, but Raven, one of our mods, who is also here in the Seattle area, is like, hey, this is where I go and get my dental work done, and I'm getting I'm getting all of mine done for free. So, hey, check out their clinics, and I have a message into them. Hopefully, I will hear back from them tomorrow. So I'm pretty happy. But my dentist, my preferred dentist, is very expensive because he is a cosmetic dentist. And I stumbled into his practice when this tooth first got jacked up, when I had insurance, during Thanksgiving week. I want to say it was Black Friday, that my tooth decided to just, can't remember if it was insanely painful or what. But he was literally the only local dentist that could fit me in immediately. And I just kept going. And then the man behind the curtain lost his job at the casino, and we lost our cushy insurance. And so I had to stop seeing him. And I called yesterday, and I'm like, today's Wednesday, I called Monday. And I'm like, hi, I know it's been a while since I was in, and I know that there were some issues with my bill. Is there a chance I can come back? And the receptionist's like, oh, yeah, we'll take you back. What's up, honey? Told her, and she's like, oh, God, get in here now. So I'm really lucky. Oh, but fun times ahead. Fruit beer. Ooh. That sounds interesting. I am not a beer drinker. Never have been. But ooh, cranberries. Ooh, that sounds yummy though. Ooh, I'm gonna be looking for that. I'm kind of wiped because where I haven't been streaming for the last 2 days, I had some updates that I needed to do to the websites, and I have been tackling the Die the Yoga Witch website. And the front page has received a total and complete overhaul. I'm glad to know that. Please tell me the name, and I'll see if I can find it here in the States. Might be worth trying. But the front page got a total and complete overhaul. And then I'm working on building some new pages to bounce off of that home page, to go along with the Witchy 101 and some of the other stuff that we've been doing here during the stream and some of the other things I'm covering. So I have been very happily using my creative muscles, which always makes me happy. I love being able to be creative and come up with flowery words and ways to tell people things and teach people things. And I love it. And I love designing web pages. I have loved that, oh God, since I was in my mid-20s. When I made my first GeoCities page. Oh, Lord. So, creativity is definitely a part of me. My nose itches. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get in and get some writing done in the next couple of days for my creative writing, my poetry and short stories. I have some jewelry I need to make. But yeah. I have not just been sitting around, oh, woe is meing for the last couple of days. Oh, and the other yay good news is that other than yesterday and most of today, I have been able to help walk the dogs for their full walks instead of just getting somebody out to water the tree. So my arm is my this pinched nerve is improving. Things are finally starting to look up. Ooh, it's Carlsberg. I'll have to look for that one. Oh, nice. And let's see what else. I missed going to the movies tonight. I'm sad. Our local Pride organization has been doing a monthly free movie at the local theater. And tonight's movie was a movie I love. And I had been looking forward to seeing it in the theater, and, well, that didn't happen. All right. My nose is just tickling. Do I? Oh. He's copy-pasting some text out of my notes here, so I can't see the chat yet. I'll just sit here and babble at y'all. Okay. And then tonight we're getting set up to go to do the stream. Those were not supposed to be put back in here. Thankfully, I thought about it. And I went to, put my usual earbuds in so that the man behind the curtain and I can communicate. And it was dead. So now instead of communicating with him through the laptop, I am through the desktop. And that is making life interesting as he waves hello to everyone. Oh, I am super stoked with the stuff that I've been doing to the website the last couple of days. Oh, hello, we have some new people in here. I'm going to do my little bit of digital housekeeping now that it's more than just me and Joram here. Please be mindful of the energy you bring into my space. And a reminder that you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not respectful in my chat, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the ban hammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I had a couple of really nice interesting conversations. I wouldn't say nice because of the topics we were discussing, but had a couple of really good conversations with some really special people in my life. That was good. Able to provide some emotional support for both of them. Always love being able to do that. I love it that the people I care about respect me enough and respect my opinion enough to come to me for stuff like that. It's kind of cool. But I have been sitting here staring at my computer most of the day, and so I'm a little achy. Because Witchy Mama got hyper-focused, and, got sucked in and forgot to get up and move around. Thor could once be me, his 12th century Norway. Okay. Ooh. I can imagine you as Thor, Joram. That would be cool. Hello, Calm. Cancer is evil. Joram knows this well. Oh, I have a couple of spells I gotta do here. Well, let's see. I keep needing to check what the moon phase is because my brain will not retain that information. I am aware. Full moon is in 3 days. New moon. Okay, so in about 4 days. Let's see what else. Spells that I'm gonna do. I've got a couple of freezer spells going. I've got to get to the library. You are not the only person I've heard you getting their HRT from Amazon. Wayne, I am not trans. No. I was born in this body and it has not been the only changes that have been made to it is removing a couple of bones from my foot, a fallopian tube and an ovary, and replacing a couple of discs in my neck. And that was done 2 years ago tomorrow. Holy cheese, it's been 2 years already. That's kind of cool to know. Huh. Didn't realize it had been 2 years. Let's see what else. I have birthed 3 children, had a torqued ovary, and an ectopic pregnancy. No. Torqued ovary was the most painful thing I have ever experienced in my life. Don't want to do that again. Between that and the endometriosis. No. This body has been female from the moment I popped out of the incubator. So, yeah. Amusingly, I've been working on my website. One of the things I was doing is updating the FAQ. Considering overreact doesn't have a Y in it. But hey, whatever. Oh man, now I'm getting warm again. Pots is evil. Just gonna put that out there. And dude, please, take the caps lock off. It's a little painful to read nothing but caps. You want to have some fun with him, honey? Oh, I gotta remember to look at the microphone when I do that. Growling doesn't do anybody any good, babe. You know the only thing I'm really bummed about? It's Wednesday, and I'd spent the entire day working. So I didn't watch my show. Let's see... What is my instinct? What August is? Oh, are you asking me what I'm thinking is coming for you in August, Joram? Let me do some thinking. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oops, I did it again. You played with my heart. I can't remember. And I was just listening to that song today, too. Whoopty jigger empty? Thingamajiggy? Oh, come on. Oh, well. I did ask that you take the caps lock off, please. Okay. Did not know Nightbot would do that. Okay, so yes, let me write myself a note. I will dig out my pendulum and then pull the cards and see what I can find out. Okay. Now I got oops, I did it again stuck in my head. Okay, Joram. What does August hold? There you go. There we go. I wrote the note. What does August hold for Joram? I will pull the pendulum and the cards and we'll see what I can find out. Okay. Oh, might want to put my phone on life support. Do what? No, I'm not going to do that right now. Oh, no, I am not in any kind of physical capacity to pendulum right now. All right. But thankfully, I have gotten enough sleep lately that I will be able to do it. Yay. Oh. I know there was stuff I wanted to talk about. I'm just trying to remember what the fluff it was. Vroom. There we go. All right, my witchlings. Let's do some chit-chat. Tonight on the Cauldron. Well, no. That's Thursday night, Doofenshmirtz. Here we go. Tonight on Witchlings Round the Cauldron Midnight Mass, we are gathering at the edge of one day and the beginning of another. In that strange, sacred in-between space where the world gets quieter and the truth gets just a little bit louder. Tonight, we sit with the tension so many of us are carrying right now, the exhaustion, the uncertainty, and that feeling that the world is moving too fast while somehow demanding more and more and more from us at the same time. But this space, this circle here, this is where we remember who we are. Not through perfection or performance, simply through presence, through breath, community, and the simple act of just showing up for one another in a world that desperately keeps trying to convince us to disconnect. So tonight, my witchlings, we light our candle anyway. We gather anyway. We keep tending the heart fire anyway. Because, to be honest, the world does not need more numbness. It needs more people willing to stay human, to care, and more people willing to protect softness without surrendering strength. And as midnight approaches, we honor endings, the things we are releasing, the stories we are outgrowing, those fears that no longer deserve permanent residence inside us. And we welcome the new day with intention. Not demanding certainty from it, just meeting it honestly. So, my lovely witchlings, settle in, grab your tea, your coffee, your Dr. Pepper, your comfort object, and your familiar curled up nearby. I have at least 2, if not 3. Take a breath. Allow your shoulders to drop just a little, your jaw to unclench just a smidge. You made it here, and that matters. I am Di the Yoga Witch, and this is Witchlings Round the Cauldron Midnight Mass. I'm going to take a sip. Thank you, Snooze. Hello, hello. I am doing okay today. It's been a rough week, but we're plodding along. We've found hump day. We're doing pretty good. Hence why we call it Midnight Mass. So, let me take a sip. I'll explain. I grew up Catholic light, meaning I was an Episcopalian. Baptized into the church. Midnight Mass, Christmas Eve service was my favorite service of the year. And since I'm no longer Christian, Christmas Eve rolls around. We decided the last couple of years to do a midnight stream on Christmas Eve for those who were up and wanted to celebrate the holiday but were not going to church. And it took off. So we just kind of stuck with it. And people have been amused by the comparison. No, it's no debating religion. I mention it in passing, but we don't debate it. We don't talk about, we don't talk about, oh, you need to find God or you need to do this or that. No, it's mentioned in passing as part of life because for many, many people, their religious faith is a part of life. Mine is. Always has been. So, I'm not that old. We're not twisting Christians' religion. We're making a play on words. Christianity doesn't hold a monopoly on the phrase Midnight Mass. Thank you, Snooze. We get this a lot. I gotta turn the AC on. I'm about to pots the hell out of myself. Haha. There we go. Oh, unicorn, get back up where you belong. Hey, Vinay, how are you doing today? It is so weird having you on this ear. Okay. If you see me look funny over in this direction, my digital frame is over there. Usually I remember to turn it off when we start streaming. But occasionally a strange picture will pop up. So I'll be like, what the fluff am I looking at? This time it's the cat contorting himself into a pretzel. It's a yoga cat. Do what, huh? Hey, Abijit. How are ya? It's the possible, but that's not what I'm doing here tonight, so. Alright. Yeah. So. He's not snoozing in front of the air conditioner for once. No. He's doing pretty good. I have two of the dogs. I have the boys. I have Sergeant and Tookers. I'm guessing Fuzzbutt is conked out cold in the recliner in the living room or in Sergeant's... Hi, Fuzzbutt. Or in Sergeant's bed under the thingamajigger side table. Yep. I caught him and shoved him into the monitor. He was laying in front of the air conditioner. I had the AC off. Took was chilling out. Everything was quiet. And he was snoring so loud. It was all I could focus on. And I'm sitting here trying to update my website and just, it was not working. But that's okay. He is a 10-year-old, 20-pound, void, benevolent furry or overlord. We have a 14-pound tactical assault potato in a dog body. And then the German Shepherd. And we have Luna, who is Pitbull Malamute. There's the Sergeant Puppy. That's the 14-year-old tactical assault potato. And his big version, Luna. She's our only girl. Pitbull Malamute. Dumb blonde, but so smart. I love my dog. And then the Took Monster. This guy will probably come say hi a little later. Because he's assed out cold behind me, and that's what he does. Nope. He's at work. I can never remember. I know that Wednesday night is the night that we do this stream. And every week I'm like, hey, we should invite Mike to come hop in and into the chat. And then I'm like, yeah, no, you can't. It's Wednesday. He's at work. Got awesome news today. My oldest son has been talking for the last 2 years about walking in the Seattle Pride Parade with his place of work. Forgot to even check into it last year. And he'd been talking about it this year. And I'm like, hey, you'd been talking about doing that. And he's like, yeah, but I don't know who to talk to. Dude, you know who to talk to. You just haven't done it. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah. All right, so go talk to them. He got injured at work the other day. And he's talking to the manager. And I'm like, hey, When you check back in with them to let them know that you're still recovering, find out what you need to do for that. And he's like, okay. Then he responded, he got back to me and he's like, so there's apparently an email list or something like that. And I may have missed the window. And I'm like, well, if you did, you did. He messages today and he's like, I'm signed up for the parade. And I'm like, yay! I am trying to figure out education goals, medical, animal, or land architecture. Whoof! Now that's a broad swath. Medical and animal are the two I would go for, because architecture, even though it's beautiful and it's gorgeous, we have so many buildings that are not being used right now anyway. Let's put them to use before we build more. That's personal opinion, though. Doctors are always in need, especially caring, compassionate doctors who actually listen to their patients. I've got an amazing primary care right now that I wish I could clone him for all of my chronically ill friends. Hey, Richard! I'm pretty sure you've been in here before. Haha. Thought so. And then animals, well, yeah, animal husbandry and veterinary services, definitely useful. We have a couple of vets here in our area. I'm Seattle adjacent, by the way. We have a couple of vets in our area who are mobile vets, and they will come to you. And I tell you, what's the damn truth? I think that is the best thing I have ever seen. It is so less stressful for your pet, for the vet to come to them. And we have one that drove a personal car, and another one, he drives basically a box van, and he's got a mobile clinic in the van. It is so cool. Yeah, the one vet who drove his car, I keep wanting to say POV military terminology here. He did retire, but we have another one who drives a car. I just can't remember who it is off the top of my head. Why? Anyways. Yeah. Cleaning medical stuff, yeah. I am personal. I am personally, something. The word just escapes me. I like, PAs, physician assistants. I'm a Navy vet, so corpsmen are like some of the coolest people I've ever known. Thank you, the students. But corpsmen are awesome, and so anybody who does that kind of job on the outside, medical assistant, I think they're awesome. Not my kind of job that I can do. Please don't repeat yourself. I saw it. I addressed it. Why is my brain fog so bad tonight? Holy cheese whiz. I'm stumbling over my words. 3 days until the full moon. I was literally just looking at that. The moon is currently at 91% illumination. I really got to start doing stuff for the full moon for Patreon. Yeah, we're supposed to be doing full moon writs on Patreon. I forgot about that. Oh, go do. When the moon is full here, when it is full moon, oh my gosh, I can walk out in my backyard and it's almost like daylight. I love it because Seattle adjacent. I am far enough out that we don't have quite as much light pollution. So, I get to see the stars and the moon, and it's just so beautiful. Is what right, Kurt? Oh, yeah. Oh, ask any EMT, ER nurse in general. They will tell you, people, the lunatic is a thing. Someone I know and love was on a medication that caused them to cycle with the moon, and they would get violent during the full moon. Doctors did not believe me until I brought in their medical record. It was someone I cared for. I brought in their medical record and showed all of the ER visits because of the increase in meltdowns and violent behavior at the full moon. It was crazy. Literally, actually, but I had not realized until then just how much humans still do react to the moon. A lot of women, their cycle is tied to the moon. Some women cycle with the full, some cycle with the new. It's oh, it's been a bit, but Joram has an interesting memory. He will remember screen names and information about you that I'm amazed. Hell, he told somebody earlier tonight how old I am. Joram's cool. We love Joram. Joram is one of my favorite regulars. He disappears for a few days here and there, and everybody's like, is he okay? And then there's our wonderful Brit who with the dad jokes. He may show up tonight. Yeah, he'll come in much later. Oh, that is awesome, Snooze. Family time is just so awesome. And stressful in its own way. I am no contact with most of my birth family, but I definitely appreciate seeing my in-laws and my chosen family. So yeah. My hair is annoying me. Oh, I love my hair. I hate my hair all at the same time. Well, as part of the queer community and as a military family, chosen family has become quite important to us because, well, when your family's in the States and you're on the other side of the globe, you're going to rely on that chosen family that's around you sometimes. Oh, air conditioning feels good. So we are in full swing prepping for Pride Month. I'm going to have so much fun with that. Debating, not that many of you here are my daily stream viewers. I am seriously contemplating where I miss Tuesday, Wednesday, just repeating next week's theme. Hello, Matthias. Thank you. I love my heart-shaped glasses. Guitarologize. Oh. Okay. So, that's true. And I know. I've missed at least one day a week for the last 2-3 weeks. It is very much bugging me. But I made it through the winter without getting severely sick. So here we're coming into the summer, and the freaking biometric pressure changes and the temperature swinging into the 70s and then into the 50s within 24 hours is not doing my chronically ill body any good. I guess this is a good thing, Cosmos. And every time I see man and witch together, I see that stupid picture from Halloween in my head where mom and the daughters are all in witch costumes and dad is wearing a can of man witch. I can't. I wish I had not seen that picture because of this. Oh. Yup. My dad was the best. I love my dad. Miss my dad every single frickin' day. I followed in my dad's footsteps and went into the Navy. I think that was when he was the proudest of me ever. Him and the grandparents, which were his in-laws, oddly. But yes. Oh, that reminds me. Oh. Oh God, I love that movie. I went to see that movie with my first husband. And just I have so many fun memories of that day, and I loved the movie. And I have come to find out that the African American girl actually was a witch prior to filming it. Veruza Balk, I believe, also had some pagan leanings. And then, oh God, who was the main? Oh, why can I not come up with her name? Hey, Steve. Why would I hate men? I don't hate men. No, I don't hate anybody, actually. I don't even hate the people who've made my life miserable. Ooh, what cards have you got? I had an interesting conversation last night. Speaking of cards, I have them sitting here. Somehow my beloved uncle was discussing tarot cards, and I popped in and I'm like, hey, I could tell you lots about tarot cards. And he responded with the fact that my aunt said, oh, of course she could. Which I replied to them because most of this family chat conversation is my uncle telling us what episode of the show they're watching. And they have watched Murder, She Wrote, Perry Mason, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. They're currently going through Bones. But the fact that they've watched Buffy reminded me of this deck, and I had to tell my uncle about it and send them some pictures, which then got us talking about the fact that at one point he was thinking about making his own tarot deck. So, the goddess card. Okay, you have your. I was gonna say, if I can show the deck if you want to bring it here. Buffy was one of my favorite shows. That show was awesome. I remember. Mind you, I was 20 when my oldest was born. I remember looking at him when it was just me, him, and my mom in the room, and I'm like, hey, Mommy missed her favorite show to give birth to you. Because I thought it was 12 hours earlier than it was. Apparently, he was born at 9:50 a.m., and I thought he was born at 9:50 p.m., and it's just like, My ex went actually crazy when I used tarot cards. My boyfriend is too with them. Buffy is very cool. Oh, that is so cool. That's his deck. The man behind the curtain uses that deck. What? Don't know where what came from. Oh, the at? Oh. No sé. Hey. Also, yeah, mine. Oh, itchies. Yeah, it does that to me occasionally. My computer has been being wonky. Sorry, conversing with the man behind the curtain. Who was my favorite Buffy character? I liked Dark Willow. To this day, I will look at somebody and go, bored now. Let's see, who was my favorite character? I love them all. Cordelia, I loved because she was the snarky bitch. And then her character growth over time, and then once she made it to Angel. Angel was awesome. Angelus was something else. But I think my favorite was Spike. And watching Spike's relationship with Buffy's mom, whose name just went poof, was just beautiful. Oh, yeah. My favorite episodes are a combination of The Silence and Once More with Feeling. So, yeah. I have to admit, though, because of the fact I moved out and got married and had my first child during Buffy's run, I missed a lot of the later seasons. A lot of people had crushes on Angel. So I did not actually catch Once More with Feeling until about 15 years ago. But to this day, when my youngest was still at home, if I sent him a screenshot of the splash screen that says Once More with Feeling, he'd be like, pause, I'm on my way. And I would hear his door slam and stomp, 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 stomp as he comes into here. And we would have to shut the door because we would both be singing along. And the man behind the curtain's like, dear God, please just shoot me in the head. Where is Buffy streaming these days? Yeah, I gotta watch what I say. He wouldn't actually say this, mind you. Buffy the Vampire Slayer streams. Okay. It's on Hulu, Disney Plus, and you can also rent it or buy it on Prime. Yay. Same. Exactly. Everybody loves Buffy at some point. As I said, I was... Yes. Oh my gosh. So, that is actually one of the things I have been working on with my website. My witchy content creators and stuff that I watch. But right now, my current hyperfixation is the show Grimm. Partly because I lived in Portland for a long time, or in the Portland area. Grimm is awesome. Buffy, Supernatural, Angel, Merlin is so much fun. What other shows? The Magic Academy. There's a couple of others. I would have to go through my watch lists for all of the streaming services. Supernatural I loved. I lost track though before Castiel was introduced. Oh yeah. Oh, Christy Swanson was something else in the original movie. Practical Magic. Charmed, the original Charmed, mind you. I did not watch the reboot. I couldn't bring myself to because I couldn't take the chance of it being ruined. So the reason you're seeing Grimm pop up a lot right now, and the reason I'm hyper fixated on binging it, Peacock is in production of a Grimm movie that if it gets the reaction they're anticipating, they are going to make it the start of a spin-off series. And there is a lot of fan speculation currently that what they're going to do is the movie is going to pick up where the show ended, the very end of the finale where Diana and Kelly are in the trailer. And Diana's like, come on, the triplets are on our way, let's go hunt Vesson. A lot of people are saying that they're hoping that they're going to pick up there with Diana and Kelly and the triplets and the next generation of Grimm. We are talking about the show Grimm. It is basically based on Grimm's fairy tales and set in Portland, Oregon. And as a former Portlander, I love it. She is Swedish, yes. I have had so much fun watching Grimm because there have been at least 2 actors from General Hospital that have popped up. One of the Buffy and Angel actors has popped up as a bad guy. That was entertaining to see. Ooh, I think I know that song. If you want, Grimm is available on, I know it's on Peacock because that's where I'm watching it currently. I'm watching it I've watched it 3 different places. So let me pull up exactly. It is on Prime, Netflix, and Peacock. You can also get it on Apple TV and Roku. That's kind of cool. IMDb is awesome. Grimm, and the show just, the character arcs and the progression of some of the characters is really awesome. Hey, Javila. How are you doing tonight? I like that smiley. I am bummed. I have... Yes. Oh, okay. Yep. How often do I go live? Okay, so the man behind the curtain will share the schedule as I tell you guys. Sunday through, you usually do. Sunday through Thursday, I stream 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. Seattle time. That's Di's Daily Divination, Witchy Wisdom, and Self-Care, where I do my tarot, my oracle. We cover Witchy 101 and a couple of other things, and that takes up the first hour. The second hour is chilling with the Witchlings. Friday is Coffee and Cues, which is a shorter version of the daily show. What? Oh, Tuesday and Thursday Tuesday is the Bitch and Witch podcast. Wednesday night, where we are now, is Witchlings Run the Cauldron Midnight Mass. Thursday is the Yoga Witches Cauldron, my podcast where I talk about stuff pertaining to the week's theme. I can't, trust me. Friday is Friday Coffee and Cues from 1:30 to 3:30, and then Friday Night Guided Meditation. Saturday is my day off. All right. Good TV moral. I believe that all programs should be authentic documentaries. I love documentaries. Saturday divinations, witchy wisdom and self-care. Friday coffee and cues. Yes. So the reason it is being written the way it is, I stream Sunday through Thursday. The 1:30 show, Sunday through Thursday. We record for the next day. So you guys get to watch it live as we are recording what's going to be posted the next day. So my holidays and my birthdays are for tomorrow. Friday is Coffee and Cues. Same format, same gist of the show, just instead of 3 tarot and oracle, it's 1. And if I'm not careful, I will confuse the hell out of everybody because I'm an autistic ADHD witch, and yeah, I over-explain. I'm also quite verbose. That would be cool, Snooze. I have been having a lot of fun, which sounds crazy to me, to teenage me. I have been very much enjoying watching some documentaries of late. Knowing people who grew up in cults, such as, the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormon Church. Some of the documentaries about cults have been fascinating to me, especially the FLDS ones. Just, there's something about that just hooks my interest. Ghost hunters and stuff, love that. Absolutely love ghost hunting stuff. Cult psychology is. So, I got started with that deep dive into culty stuff. Hey, Will, courtesy of Knitting Cult Lady. Her name is Daniela Mistianic Young. She is a survivor of the Children of God cult, 3rd generation in it. She escaped the cult, graduated high school early, and then went to college and joined the Army as an Army intelligence officer. And yes, she is all too aware of the oxymoron of that. She is now a YouTuber, an author, and a speaker. She calls herself a scholar of cults, bad leadership, and something else that I can never remember. But she is fascinating. I have met her in person, and I tell you, the energy you get from the screen is the same energy you get in person. So she's really cool. And again, hi, Will. I did see you pop in. I am so happy to see you, hun. I am planning a trip down to Oregon. I just don't know when. I know I need to get down there. I miss Oregon. Born and raised. Love it. Glad to be back in the Pacific Northwest, though. Spent 10 years in San Diego. I want to go visit, but I do not want to live there again. Hello again, Nightbot. Nightbot is coming in quickly. Oh, is it 15 minutes? I was going to ask what the thingamajigger you were saying. But 10 years in San Diego with the Navy was fun. That one sounds like it's an FLDS one, and I might have. I'll have to find it, though. Right now, most of my time, though, I have been seriously binging Grimm, like 3-4 episodes a night. Really got to stop doing that because it's cutting into my sleep. And the man behind the curtain's sleep. And it's not really leaving me a lot of room for anything else. Yes, if you want to join our Discord where we all hang out a lot, join the channel or go over and join my Patreon. Oh, the middle. Oh, is that the new Malcolm in the Middle one? I didn't watch Malcolm in the Middle. I love the cast. Hey, Kiki. What? You couldn't find me. Were you looking for the website? Ah. Oh, dear Lord. Wait a minute. That sounds familiar. Hold on. I know the show you're talking about, but I can't place it. The Middle. With Patricia Heaton, Neil Flynn. Oh, Patricia Heaton was all I needed to know there. I absolutely adore her. Okay. Vaguely familiar, and I know I should know it more. Sounds interesting. Haha. But yeah, Kiki, I'm at Die the Yoga Witch everywhere. Cats are awesome, man. You know what drives me insane, though? Fuzzbutt, our cat, Mr. Fuzzy Butts, absolutely loves the crinkle balls. And I love that for him because it keeps him from chewing on plastic that he shouldn't be chewing on. But the problem is when he's chewing on a crinkle ball, it sounds like he's eating plastic. So I will freak out thinking he's chewing something he shouldn't, and he'll bolt with it. And yeah, in the kitchen, she's opened every single door in the house and cabinets. Yup. That would be a cat. Go for it. I am, however, grateful that he is not like his mother, his feline mother. And we don't have lever doors in the house. His mother learned how to open the lever door handles. Yes, it's a good thing they're cute. Fuzzbutt, I will stand up out of my chair here, and he'll either jump in. My ass will be this far off the chair, and he is getting in there under my butt. And I'm like, seriously, child? Or I'll leave the room, and he'll be laying in front of my chair, see me coming, and go, oh, mom's coming, up in the chair. And I'm like, seriously? You do that just to annoy the fluff out of me. I love you, but oh my God. That's when he gets, ow, cheese and crackers. That's when he gets flying lessons. So, I bought Baby Dora. Yes. You're good, Kiki. So oh, that's right. My yoga stuff is on the Yoga with Dylin YouTube channel or on the Patreon. I have not done a whole lot of yoga in the last few months because I've been dealing with an injury that has made it very difficult. Yep. 19. Very interesting age, 19. Anyway. Or the 19th century. Ooh, tuna sandwich. Well, that's why the cat's up your ass. You're making tuna fish. But yeah, I've been fighting a pinched nerve. That's okay. I'm surprised I didn't end up with company when I said those two words together because she usually responds. Our dog's name is Luna. And I typically call her Luna Fish or Tuna Fish. And yeah, I mustn't. She's definitely otherwise occupied. Trying to stabilize my handstand to build strength. Are you doing it against a wall for safety? And do you have a spotter to make sure that you don't injure yourself? I have not managed to do a headstand or a handstand yet. So I cannot coach you through that one, but I do know someone who can, who actually just popped up on my digital frame. That is hilarious. 4 to 5 seconds before I have to start walking with the handstand to keep balance. That's good. There is a thingamajigger out there for those of us who don't have the arm strength to do the inversions. I cannot remember what it's called. Son of a sea biscuit. I will share it in my community once. You know what? Okay. Yoga. Stand, bench. There we go. Okay, there's the Feet Up yoga trainer. That was the brand I was thinking of. And they're really, really cool. Because they help you do the inversion, but they take the weight and the pressure off of your arms and your neck. And it makes it much safer, much less likely that you're going to injure your head or your neck. And I am all for things that are going to help prevent injury. Yeah. Oh, yes. Cosmos does, but for those of us who are not in that kind of shape, the headstand benches are awesome. I first heard of the bench, I think, with Chubby Lotus Yoga. It could have been Chubby Lotus, or it might have been Jessamine Stanley. Yeah. They're awesome. They're not super cheap, but I tell you what, when it comes to safety equipment, it's worth it. I am also big on props when it comes to yoga, so blocks, straps, all of that. More than welcome to use those in my class. The eternal question: coffee or no? See, we're the type of people we could have a cup of coffee at midnight, crawl in bed at 12:30, and be sound asleep by 1. It's so nice. The joys of ADHD, I tell you what. No pomegranates? Aside from the fact that pomegranates are what trapped Persephone in the underworld with Hades, what's your issue with pomegranates? I'm just curious. Because as much as I love the taste of pomegranates, the seeds, there's just not enough flesh for the amount of seed. Which reminds me, I need pomegranate seeds. I just did. See, I'm not big on papaya, and I suspect that papaya is one of the fruits that will set off the oral allergy, so... What sucks is having a latex sensitivity and oral allergy syndrome and loving pineapple and banana. So, man. And MCAS, oh my God. For those of us out there suffering with mast cell activation syndrome, I am so sorry. I can just randomly, something I enjoy, and my body will decide, no, you're going to be anaphylactically allergic to this now. But yeah. It is. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Oh well. Yes, I'm wearing shorts. Did I get any allergies as I age? I have always had certain allergies. I did not develop anaphylactic type allergies until the MCAS popped up. I did not have any particular drug allergies because the medication that I was allergic to got yanked off the market pretty quickly after I had it. But I've always had hay fever. Allergy and asthma, yeah. Been my friend since I was a very young child. Hey, Anchor. So, yeah. But I tell you, developing the MCAS as an adult has been just the MCAS, the POTS. We are currently pursuing a hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome diagnosis because, well, POTS, EDS, and MCAS are the unholy trinity, and apparently frequently diagnosed with autism and ADHD. So I just won the genetic lottery here. Okay, it was Sarge. Okay. Cece's begging. Cece's begging. And so, mm-hmm. Oh my god. So, speaking of pineapple on pizza, oh my good goddess. The man behind the curtain was listening to a comedian last night. Comedian said that my friend bet me that I would not roast Canadians in Canada. And I want to make some money tonight, so here we go. And the one that sticks with me the most is that Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada. Congratulations on starting the one and only war you have you ever have. Yeah, congratulations on the one and only war you've ever started. Nice, good kitty. You hate broccoli? Oh. So, when the elder Bush was in office, I was one of those kids that celebrated when he said he hated broccoli and it would not be served at the White House. Because if the president didn't eat broccoli, I didn't have to eat broccoli, right? And now my favorite meals are broccoli beef and cheesy chicken and rice with broccoli. I was actually disappointed when I was at a buffet and they were out of broccoli. Pineapple on pizza is how it's done. Hells yes. The man behind the curtain will put ham on his pineapple and sour cream, which is an interesting flavor. I'll tell you what's the damn truth. It was interesting. I was surprised the first time he did it. Okay, so you have Crohn's. Okay, hold on. You want a... Alright, give me a second. I'm not being... No, he does tomato sauce. I know. Come on, Di. FODMAP. There we go. You want a low FODMAP diet. You want to follow the FODMAP diets? You'll have to Google it. It's FODMAP. It's for... It helps with celiac. It helps with Crohn's. It helps with IBD. It is helpful. Yep. But yes, Crohn's is evil. Crohn's is as evil as POTS and celiac. I will say that. My favorite pizza as a kid, we had this chain in the town I grew up in called Abby's Pizza, and they had a taco pizza. So basically it was ground beef or sausage, and in the cheese, and then they'd bake that, and then when it came out, they would put lettuce and tomato, and sometimes if you asked for it, they'd put taco sauce on it. It was so good. I didn't do the taco sauce. I've never been, not my favorite flavor. Now I would dump salsa on it, but oh my God. Just the idea of having a pizza with shredded lettuce on top of it was so kind of interesting. Now I'm getting hungry again. No, I'm not. I just like talking food. Exactly! I'm sorry, Joram. You're outnumbered here on this one, but that's okay. we can agree to disagree. I know that feeling. My favorite was a pizza I made when I was a cook in a small restaurant. I have no idea what I put on it, but I remember it being so amazing. There are so many times. Refer back to me saying I was a military spouse at one point. So throw together meals because you have ingredients in the house, but nothing, no meals. So you just start grabbing stuff and chucking it in the pan. Some of those have been some of the best meals, but I could not for the life of me tell you how to make any of them ever again. My oldest, one time, made the most amazing homemade mac and cheese. Never been able to duplicate it. It's frustrating taking you out of my ear because it itches. I'll put you back in a second. Because Italians don't grow pineapple traditionally. It should not be excommunicated. Excommunicated pizza. Great. Yeah, and I can mostly hear you. Now I have a mental image of the Pope standing over a Chicago deep dish pizza and excommunicating the pizza. That was not a visual I needed. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Abbey's is still open? Dude. Is it still in the same place? It's been 40 years. I cannot believe I just said that. No, it has not been that long. It has not been 4 decades, but it has. Wow. Damn. I miss the hub. So, Will knows what I'm talking about. Just right as one of my oldest friends. We grew up together. And there was this restaurant just down the road from the Abbey's Pizza called The Hub. No idea if it even exists. I don't think it does. But they had the yummiest ice cream. I would go and get pink champagne ice cream. That is so cool. A witch and an archaeologist. So that sounds a lot like one of my bestie. I feel so good that I'm not the only one who misses that place. One of the first times I ever rode a motorcycle, for whatever flipping reason, my brother decided we were going to take the bike and go get ice cream. And I rode home from the hub with a cone of ice cream in my hand on the back of the motorcycle. Please make that one make sense. Oh, lawnmowers are her. Do not remind me that Nirvana is oldies. Jeez. Although I made my poor band director feel ancient. And this was about a little over 10 years ago. I'm friends with my high school band director on Facebook. Awesome man. And when my youngest child went into beginning band, I called my band director because he was the one that my youngest decided to play an instrument we didn't already have at home. And I'm like, hey, my youngest is going into beginning band this year. And I got oh, no, he is not. Yes, he is. You want me to remind you how long I've been out of high school now? No, thank you. I'm like, okay. So, back to the question. My youngest is starting beginning band. I agree with you, Joram. The best dough. Ooh, I haven't had sourdough pizza. Hey, Will. You don't have to answer here, but does anybody know whatever happened to Mr. McNett? He's the only teacher from down there that I really want to know what happened to. The others I know. The only one of those things that I have any issues with is the support of a rapist pedophile, but otherwise, okay. Cool. You do you. Your life, your body, okay. And here in the States, we have this nice little thing called freedom of religion. So, hey, you're free to do that. Hey, Nick, how are you doing? Yup. Oh, my God. Oh, Will, that so sounds like me. I'm doing pretty good, Nick. I love it when people say I'm racist. Y'all should see my family. Anyway. So where's everybody watching from? Other than Will and Joram, I know where they're from. Kiki, half the time I can remember. I think Kiki is also a Brit. Fuck if I know. Yeah, EU. Other side of the globe from me. France, awesome! My future daughter-in-law is Parisian. I finally get to meet her this year. I'm looking forward to that. Another Irish. Yay! Snooze is in Canada. Okay. Canada's not too bad. I have quite a few people I know up in Canada these days. I'm thinking distance-wise. Sorry. East Coast. Nice. So, my brain was thinking distance, hence the not too bad. Oh, more Canadians. Yay! Thank you, Cosmos. Yes. So, as far as religion, I ascribe, at this point, mostly to the theory of Bob. My darling ex-husband, I love him, came up with this one. He's like, it really doesn't matter what deity you're praying to. They're all faces of the same deity, and the only difference is what name you call your deity by, and therefore I'm going to call mine Bob. So he prays to Bob. Miami. Nice. Atlantic Canada. Coolio. And no oven. I taught myself to make extra thin crust, bake one side in advance, mix veggies, and cook. That is so cool. I hadn't thought about it that way. Thank you, Nick. I try to bring a little bit of cheer into this world, hence the copious amounts of pink and cheerful shit in here. And when you consider, I deal with clinical depression myself. No, well, sniff it. If it smells funny, I wouldn't suggest it, but, and if it's chunky, you really don't want to drink it. I try to, this room is the one room in my house that is entirely me. There are little bits and pieces of my personality in the other rooms, but this one is me. And when you stop and think about the fact that there are 30 of us residing in this head, the most dominant of us are me, a set of 4-year-old twins, and a couple of teenagers. This is what you get. I am obsessed with makeup, perfumes, coffee, tarot cards, witchy shit, comic books. Lisa Frank. Oh wait, Lisa Frank is popular. Let's see if I can. There we go. Where's Puppy? There's Puppy. Puppy. Sorry, babe. The kitty here. Sorry for that noise, y'all. The kitty here is not only because I'm Seattle adjacent, but I purchased the print from a fellow vendor at the Pacific Northwest Witches Market. Well, hello, little mans. Hello. Come say hi, Mom. Hi, baby man. Sorry. The little old man came over and said hi. Kiki is Belgian. My dream place, freaking men, Cosmos. My dream places to visit: Ireland, Scotland. I want to go back to Italy. I want to see Rome again. And those are the ones I've really thought about. Plus, quite a bit of touristy shit here in the States. Many Canadians of Irish origin. Possibly. Dude, you are so lucky. Actually, the Netherlands is another place I'd like to go. Where else? Holland would be kind of cool, but I would like to see South America. Oh, it is that time. Almost. I think... That's cool to know, Joram. Okay. So, we gotta do... Okay, we gotta do a quick little ad bit. Nope. Oh, nope. We're running out of time for that. Yep. Never mind. The Dutch are snobbish. I have heard that. I cannot watch the series finale of Charmed without bawling. Australia would be cool. Australia. My only problem with Australia is the wildlife in Australia is out to kill you. Although, so I am a fan of Stephen Colbert. And I love the Colbert questionnaire and the number of times I have sat and screamed at the TV when he asked, what is the scariest animal? Have you ever seen a wet koala bear? Wet? Oh my God. That is the most terrifying thing I have seen in my life. And I have seen some shit. I mean, hey. Yeah. God doesn't listen to us anyway. I know this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh! He lights up! A friend of mine sent me a little green robot dude, and I noticed the little switch here, so I went doop, and he lights up! Ooh. That is interesting. Switzerland would be interesting. I did a DNA test because I've had so many people ask me if I was Native, Indigenous American. And you know, we're going to say with the fact that my ex-father-in-law said I have more Native blood than his son. Dad is now chief of their tribe. I had to test. I had to because I'm like, there's got to be something there. Do I have any Native American blood? No. But I definitely, my spirit is definitely Native. I swear I just saw Sarge again. All right. Oh, it is that time. All right, my witchlings, it is that time. I'm jealous. As the clock turns and we step across the threshold into a new day, let this flame become a reminder. You were never meant to carry everything alone. Not every burden belongs in your hands forever. Not every expectation deserves your exhaustion. Not every wound must be held open in the name of survival. Tonight, we release what no longer nourishes the spirit, the pressure to remain endlessly functional, the guilt attached to rest, the belief that burnout is proof of worth, the fear that softness somehow makes us weak. Take a breath, my witchlings. Feel your shoulders soften and unclench your jaw. Let your nervous system remember, even for one moment, that safety is possible here. May this candle burn as a hearth fire, steady instead of consuming, warming instead of destroying, sustaining instead of demanding sacrifice. May you remember that your life force is sacred. May your rest be protected, your spirit be replenished. May your home know peace, your body know gentleness. May your heart remember that survival is not the same thing as living. And as we welcome this new day together, may we move forward with softer hands, steadier breath, clearer boundaries, and the courage to release what was never ours to carry forever. So mote it be. The flame is lit, the heart fire burns, and you are not alone. Blessed be, and namaste, my witchlings. And welcome to Thursday. Ooh, Nepal and Tibet. Yeah, I want to go to India too. Oh, did Snooze take off, or did Snooze think we were leaving? We're still here for a bit. The Dutch can be arrogant. Thank you. Yes. Thanks, Will. I saw the hearts. Cool. Yeah. We do the candle at our midnight when it hits midnight here in the Pacific Northwest. Oh, good. It worked. Yeah, I have a guardian puppy. That is our Wednesday night midnight blessing. Reorganized my desk. I have one of my affirmation cards. I love the latest Kate. Oh, thank you, Cosmos. I appreciate that. I'm so. Oh, hey, I wonder if that's why that one was in that one then. It is. This one's bigger. Well, everything makes sense now. Thank you. So I'm an awesome mom. I was no, I was doing some stuff with my website today, and I came across the review from the couple whose wedding I officiated, and was talking about with a friend what we did at that wedding, and I'm like, the person who did most of the talking for that day would probably like to be ordained. So I went to where I did mine and put all information in, screenshot it, sent the screenshot to my kiddo and said, should I hit send? And he's like, the only thing I would change is the email address and one character in the password. And I'm like, roger that. Corrected those, and I'm like, hit send? And he's like, yes. So now my darling Spawn can perform Ren Fair weddings. And his sister cousin person thing and I are joking about the fact that with this child's charisma, we see the Church of Bidoof in our future. He laughed when I told him this. This child, I am colorful, but when he's around, I might as well be black and white. If that makes any sense, that is the only way my brain is parsing it right now. I have a few more days left. We have 4 days, and I will be able to do the cord cutting, and I will let you know. No, actually, that was a misdiagnosis many years ago. No, not bipolar. I do have a few things, including, what? Nope, bipolar was not it. Although the years that I spent on Depakote, I didn't have a migraine headache. That was kind of nice. Living with migraines is not fun. Sorry, I didn't mean to slurp that in the microphone again. I'm working on this one, y'all. Okay, little robot dude, you're gonna go back over here. Oh. I need to move my salt lamp down where it's more visible again. Sorry, got distracted. I am ADHD, not bipolar. Sorry, he and I are talking. I was gifted a salt lamp and I love it. It changes colors. It's great. And it used to sit here on my desk, but we rearranged shit. And so it's now up there so I don't see it as easily. But also, since I now know that you have a cat, be careful to keep the salt lamp out of Kitty's reach, because Kitty will treat it like a salt lick, and extra salt is not good for Kitty. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow. I love it. Yes, bipolar is one of the most common misdiagnoses for ADHD, PTSD/CPTSD, and at least one other. But yes, that is a very wise quote, Nick. You misspelled something? Oh, psychological as opposed to psychiatric? Either works. I have spent the better part of the last 25 years in, well, no, shit. Better part of the last 30 years in and out of therapy. Had some really awesome therapists. Had a couple of really lousy ones. I highly recommend therapy for anybody and everybody because, you know, we could all use a little support in processing things. Yeah, not everybody has trauma or anything like that they need to cure. But there is something to be said about having someone impartial that you can just spew everything to. Or at least have somebody that you can trust to not, you know, spill your dirty secrets. There should be somebody in your life that you can talk to. Okay, rereading this. In general, why do fake people, in fact, try to be somebody? Why they are not in reality nowadays, as these people need help on the most simple answers. There's a lot to unpack there. Now, fake people try to be somebody that they're not. That's happened since the beginning of time. Just now we have things like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, etc., where people can, you know, put themselves out there and try to have a spotlight. Yes, there are a number of people who are not living in reality. Not going to argue that. But as for why people need the help on the most simple answers, that is ignorance. Because I do not know very many people out there who do not have every bit of the knowledge of the world in the palm of their hand. But yet people are dumber today than they've ever been. Oh, that's because many of us are living in the times of the late stage end of capitalism, and the world is burning around us. I feel like Nero, to be honest. And all of the other shit that's going on. Yeah, you ain't wrong. I have been watching too much Dolly again. Oh, dude. So, two things I discovered in my binging on YouTube last night, both of which involved Dolly Parton. It truly is snooze. So, two things I learned last night. What the fluff? Okay. First of all, I did not know that Dolly had recorded a version of Four Non Blonde's song What's Up, which everybody knows is What's Going On, you know. I wake up in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I shout at the top of my lungs, what's going on? That one. Dolly recorded a version of that. That was so cool. And then I stumbled across a cover of Dolly and Kenny Rogers' song Islands in the Stream that was recorded by Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. Not the pairing I would have expected with that song, but that is kind of cool. Doo-doo-doo. I'm not sorry that I debunk everything that all these agendas believe in as I adapt to this, all to say unconditional to everyone as I question everything. Questioning things is good. I can't argue that. Okay, I am going to put one ground rule out there, though. As soon as you start questioning people's right to exist as themselves, we will have problems. That's all I'm going to say. Good gravy. My unicorn friend. Haha. I'm going to turn this office into a refrigerator. Sea compass. I was a leader until about 11, 12 years old when I got uprooted from everything I had known from my life. And so that kind of threw me into a downward spiral. Did not recover until basically the time I enlisted in the military and found myself again. And then, but that was also, I went from being the youngest in my group of friends to being one of the oldest. And I have kind of been the leader of the pack since. Unconditional love and peace. Thank you, Floyd. Yes, that is kind of what we're here for. Love, joy, kindness. Emphasis on the love. I do work with people who are very lost. I want more and to do more and question more, and they are angry and stuck more than I have ever been. Yes. And people are stuck in their echo chambers so badly right now. I'll admit I'm guilty of it myself at times. But I do try very hard. Oh, sorry. I do try very hard to make sure that I have friends. Good night, Will. I do have friends and that around me who do have differing beliefs. But as I said to Floyd a minute ago, the one place I will draw a hard line is when you start debating people's human rights and their right to exist as themselves. But otherwise, I am very much a you do you boo kind of person. In some of the communities I'm in, the whole your kink ain't my kink, but your kink is okay kind of a thing. So, yeah, as long as no matter what it is, I do not care. As long as it's safe, sane, and consensual, we're good. And legal, mostly. There are a few things that we're not going to worry about there, but let's not commit any felonies. The Beatles ashram. That sounds interesting. Rishikesh is on the list. My first stop when I get to India will be Mumbai. I know it's one of the biggest cities, but I have a friend who lives in Mumbai, and I am going to talk to him and have him say, okay, where should I visit? Tell me the places off the beaten path where I should go visit and play tourist. Oh, is this what we're doing? What are we doing? There we go. He's moving the mouse around on my monitor and clicking places, and I'm like, oh, is that what we're doing now? Yeah. Oh, so there is. Hello, fuzzy butts. There is a mall in one of the towns near us that has a shop that is all saris and Indian clothes, and I'm like, oh, because come here. Hey, come here, asshole. I'm trying not to. Come here. Okay, fine. He's gonna be an asshole. I love the username Ric Flair, but I have my friend in Mumbai. I have a picture from when I moved into this house. And he's like, I want to see you retake this picture with a bindi. And I'm like, only because you want me to. I have not been able to find one, but. Which project, Rick? I do, if I remember right, you have been in here because I remember talking about the person whose name you're using. Apparently he is one of the most polite and respectful people. Yeah, the first thing I think of when I think... That's probably what I said to you, but because every time I think of him, I think of my ex-mother-in-law's story of meeting him. But, I know India has to have some of the most amazing temples. You are so not wrong there. Yeah, which project are you referring to? Because I've had like 10 of them in the last 6 months. At least. My lipstick is looking funny because of my soda. Probably should have used the straw, but the straw was making the carbonation even carbonated-er. Carbonated-er dye? I know. Ew. Ew. Thank you, Misha. And I now have, and I take a deep breath, and I wonder why. Scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, yeah, hey. Between that song and Cher. Oh, hells yes. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Wello. Hello. Buzzy, buzzy, buzz, buzz, buzz. Ooh. Okay, so that one's where it belongs. That one's there. Okay, that's why it's doing it. Ooh, what about a dorkfish? Oh, yeah. Ooh. I think the Padmanabhaswamy is one of the places that Kapil went. Botanical gardens are amazing. I want to go to the Seattle Botanical Gardens one of these days, which would be much closer. Ah! Hello, Sarge. Cheese and crackers, man. It's a Sergeant Puppy. But I want a fuzzy butt. You want to come say hi, kitty, kitty, cat, cat? I know, but the fuzzy butts is over there, and I want to cuddle the kitty, kitty. It's a fuzzy butt. And the cat's looking at me like, yeah, not a chance, Mom. You made me mad. He loves his spot. Okay, I need recommendations, y'all. I have a window that has an air conditioner in it that Mr. Fuzzy Butts likes to lay in the window, and he's kind of mad about the fact that the air conditioner's there because I won't let him lay on the AC. Hey, Zero. So, I need recommendations for a good cat window shelf that will hold a 20-pound cat. Please help. What's up, Zero? If I can help, I will help. If not, I will tell you I can't. And if I can refer you to someone, I will. Yep. We're thinking about building him a little shelf, but we haven't decided yet. There's a part of me that wants one of the, the window shelf that you just kind of attach it to the window. Thank you, Burger. Fresh or sweet? Are you asking what a woman would prefer to smell on a man? When it comes... Yeah, I'll let him answer that. Because I do have definite opinions on perfumes and colognes. Mind you, this is also coming as someone who has allergies and asthma. So I have to be very careful with my scents. I am right now... Sorry. Case in point, right at the moment, I am wearing Juliet Has a Gun because it's a really awesome perfume. Pew pew, yeah. Fresh is probably better than bees and wasps. That is true. I like woodsy scents. The one that the man behind the curtain has. The man behind the curtain used to wear one of the Hugo Boss scents. And the one I have gotten for him recently is the one that Johnny Depp is the model, the spokesperson for. I can't remember the name of it. But I got samples of them, and the Johnny Depp one I really loved, and I figured he would like it. But yeah, woodsy scents, fresh scents. Fresh scent is popular. On women, I definitely go for more the floral scents or fresh. My favorite scents for myself tend to be floral, like lavender, lilac, or rose. Marshmallow. Oh, that sounds so yummy smelling. I'm gonna have to find that. That's true. Oh, yeah. Smelling like marshmallows, yep. My very first perfume was Love's Baby Soft. And then the next one I wore, because my dad is where I get my allergies and asthma from. Ooh, I'm going to have to find those. My dad had severe allergies and asthma as well as I do, the way I do. And so my older brother got me a perfume called Sunflowers. And he's like, oh, it's sunflower, so it's not going to be that strong. He got a bottle for me and shipped it off, and a bottle for his wife at the same time. She used it the first time after he'd sent me mine, and he's like, oh God, this is not going to go over well with Dad. Because it is a pretty strong perfume. I actually have 2 bottles of the original Sunflowers and 1 big bottle of one of the other Sunflowers scents. Here. I love perfume. But as I said, with my allergies and asthma, I have to be really careful. And then I worked at Torrid for 4 years, and Torrid had their perfumes. I think they've done away with them now. But I loved the bottles so much that when we would sell out of a scent and the tester bottles were retired, my boss would just give them to me and say, here, take it. So I have an entire shelf. You can... Come on, Di. Okay, you see the Oath of Enlistment, that entire shelf is perfume bottles. Oh, there we go. He's going to move the camera. Doo-doo. Off. Nope. There we go. There we go. You can kind of see my perfume collection. That's most of it. And then there are more perfumes hiding under Wonder Woman. There's like 8 more bottles of perfume hiding under Wonder Woman. Now I'll fix this back where it was. Nickelodeon. There we go. I fixed it. Yeah. So yeah, I love perfume. Perfume and makeup. Yeah. Ooh. But and the bottles are cute. I learned something the other day, and it made perfect sense to me as an ADHD woman. Okay. That part of the reason ADHD and autistic people have a good one, Zero. But the part of the reason that those of us with ADHD and autism are borderline hoarders is our things become external memories for us. Because we don't have the working memory, we essentially implant the memory into the object, such as this. Rose quartz egg. I purchased this. It's a Horcrux for my memory. No, I hate the reference to JKR. I've perfy ass bitch, but I purchased this in Naples, Italy. And while now it's been long enough that I could probably part with the egg and still have the memories, but oh, where are you coming from, Zero? I'm just curious. Bourbon sounds interesting. Sandalwood is... I love sandalwood. That just sounds yummy. I know of someone who uses vanilla extract as their perfume. Hey, Christine. Haven't seen you in a minute. That's true. I haven't been on in a couple of days. I actually have Vanilla Fields. Do I still have it? Yes, I do. I have Vanilla Fields on the shelf because that was my ex-best friend's perfume. Oh. But yeah. Let's see. What else are we doing? Who's doing what? How many go first, babe? Okay, so it's not for you. BFD. What other people do behind closed doors and in the confines of their own relationships have no bearing on us, right? Right? Good, good. Happy, happy fucking joy. As long as everything is safe, sane, and consensual, what do you care what other people are doing? If your religion says they can't do it, you can't do it. They don't follow your religion. Has no bearing on them. Okay, I'm going to quit ranting. Thank you, Snooze. I'm trying to behave, I promise. Hi, Tookers. What's Tooker doing? He's snoozing. Tooker Doodles is snoozing. What? Oh, him's a snoozins. Yup. Oh, my rant. I'm not surprised. Mini rant. I'm sorry. And you know what? If people are going to leave because of that particular rant, I'm not gonna complain. Because genuinely, oh, hello, you. Genuinely, if you are anti-queer community, you're not gonna like it here much. Oh, that's funny. I must have. That's kind of interesting. Apparently, I have the instant translate turned on the profile that I use in the chat here. That's kind of amusing. Oh, look, it's a baby Spawn and a baby Sergeant. Sorry. Have a good one, Nick. We're here every day. Well, most days, 6 days a week. During the afternoon in my neck of the woods. I still think it is trippy AF to look at your monitor and see my face that many times. Uh-oh, he's moving. Took incoming. Incoming tookers. Doom, 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 dum, 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 bum. Yeah. Typically, this is the time when we wrap up Midnight Mass, but we got started a little late tonight because, well, technical issues. So we're here for a few more minutes. When we wrap up, I'm probably going to end up turning voice play or Jeff Castellucci on and listen to some music and decompress. And then go wash my face, brush my teeth, and crash out for the night. Cheese and crackers if I got the hiccups and it's painful. Let's see, what is on the agenda for tomorrow? Que es mañana? Oh, hasta ahí. Oh, that gets deleted. I don't have that anymore. Dum, ba, ba. Dum, 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 bum, bum, ba, dum, dum. It turned itself off. Why? Yeah. I've got Stand By Me in my head, and I was going for another song, but By Me is where I went. And of course, it was the voice play version with Jeff singing the bass line. Have a good night, snooze. We've got about another 5 minutes, and we're wrapping up. Life is good, though. I am content with the way things are right now. Financially, I could be happier, but, overall, life is pretty good right now. I've got awesome people. I've got a roof over my head that is mine. Let's go ahead and do our ads real quick. Because I forgot to earlier. I wouldn't shut up and let the man behind the curtain do it, so. Wheat. All right. Hey Witchlings, why don't you take the opportunity to step into DieTheYogaWitch.shop, where magic meets movement and your growth is supported on and off the mat. This is a space for transformation where yoga and life coaching come together to help you move forward with clarity, confidence, and purpose at a pace your nervous system can actually sustain. Alongside your practice, you will find handmade intention-infused jewelry and Die the Yoga Witch merch like coffee mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, and so much more, including some stuff and goodies for our furry familiars. Witchy Mama couldn't forget them. So each and every one of you can carry a little bit of magic with you every single day. Tarot and Oracle readings are also available when you're seeking insight, and a limited number of local services are offered for those here in the Puget Sound area. But the heart of this space is supporting your daily practice, your growth, and your connection to yourself. Now, if something in your life is shifting, growing, or just asking for deeper intention, this is your sign. Come explore what we can all create together at DieTheYogaWitch.shop. If you're enjoying this episode of this show and would like to step just a smidge bit deeper into our coven, please consider tapping that join button and becoming a member of our channel. There are some really cool perks for all of my witchlings, with levels starting at just $1 a month. How affordable is that, y'all? Also, a quick little reminder that you can support our channel here for free by subscribing and sharing this video with a friend. So please do so. Help us grow our community. I appreciate all of you and your support. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. All right, y'all. Let's get back to the show. Dude! It's okay. Dude! Sorry. Hey, Snooze. Yeah. Tookers is trying to dig up the carpet in the bedroom right now, and he's... All right. Feels like everything's coming up, Yoga Witch. And everything's coming up, roses. Survivor of one, thank you very much. Tookers, dude, baby. But yeah, overall things are going really well. Life is looking good. I don't hate conservatives. As I have said a few times tonight, the only place I have a problem with people is when their opinion is that certain people don't deserve basic human rights. As long as that's not your thoughts, we're good. I actually have a few conservative friends. Yeah, quite a few. I have a couple of good friends who are Trump voters, or they were. Haven't talked about it in a while. That's true. That is true. But yes. Nope, I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, there's 9 pigs in my room, and my nickname is Piggy, so hey, it fits, don't it? Thank you, Rage. Mm-hmm. Hear you out with what, Luke? I'm curious. That works. All right. Yeah, when you trigger the host, we have problems. Sorry, Snooze. I was enjoying the conversation. Hey y'all, quick little reminder that this space exists solely because of our Witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. So please do the like, share, and subscribe shebang. Join our channel if you have the financial means to do so, and please help us grow our Witchling community by telling a friend all about us, would ya? And now it is time to go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there's already enough darkness and hate and discontent out there in this world. Let each of us choose to be steady lights of love and hope and joy for those stumbling in the shadows. Be sure your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, and claws, know exactly how you feel about them, because time is not a strict progression of cause to effect. It is more of a big ball of wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff that moves faster than any of us want to admit, meaning those chances to say I love you one last time are not ever guaranteed. Now, if you take one thing and one thing only away from everything I say and do here every day, every week, I hope it's that you always, always, always remember this. You are loved. You are wanted. You are needed. And your purpose on this earth is real and genuine, even if you don't know what it is yet. I didn't figure myself out until I was 45. I love you guys so very much. I hope you all have a fantabulously magical rest of your day or night wherever you are. I will see you all again very, very soon. Good night, my witchlings. Namaste, witchlings.